Hello, intermediate tumble. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hi guys. So today we're working on 2 different types of tricks, but several ways you can do them. Okay. Please go back and warm up properly. Don't just turn this on and be like, hey, back walkover splice. Okay. Go back to all your warm ups.
And be practicing your dance too.
Yes. Don't forget that. So after you've warmed up properly, we are going to do you want to do the splice first or spotting? Okay, so we're going to do spotting tricks. So we're going to start by spotting cartwheels, spotting front walkovers, spotting back walkovers. Okay? So a spotting walkover is just, or a spotting cartwheel, either one of those, is just the trick continuously going, but in the same spot. Now I think we've done these in class, but we're going to go over these so we can just really break them down and you guys can practice. Make sure you have enough room to do these. They can get a little quick, and I don't want anybody going crooked and who knows what. And spiraling out of control. All right, so we're just going to go through the cartwheel one. So it's a basic cartwheel. So the tricky thing is you can do left or right, it doesn't matter. Whatever foot you land on must stay still. You take your other foot and step as far back as you can so you're back to where you started. Your arms come up, and then we do a cartwheel again. So technically you want to try to be putting your hand and your foot back in the same spot over and over. Sometimes we get confused, and what happens is you guys stand and you like spin to try to do it again. You have to keep your belly facing the same direction every time. So if you're going this way, it doesn't turn backwards, it steps back. So you want to step underneath yourself every time. So if you're landing, you're coming around, and you want to like almost get back as far as you can so you can swing through again. Does that make sense?
And then for the left, so that was right, but isn't it reversed?
Well, yeah.
So
for the other side,
you would
land and step way back and then swing it through again. So each time it goes, it just literally steps back on itself. If you find yourself moving, you're not cutting back far enough. So you almost want to, once it gets going, maybe on the second or third one, when you come back, you can actually like jump back a little farther because the speed is going to get happening. So it almost carries you that way where you almost have to jump at some point. They can get a little quick, but start slow so the movement is there. So when you stand, your arms are really going to come up. They're still going to finish like you would a cartwheel, and they go right into things. So you don't want to finish and like keep them down and do it. They have to come over your head to finish the cartwheel. Right. Can you try a couple slow?
Yeah.
All right. So over your head, step back, swing. Over your head, step back. See, her hands are going in the same exact spot every single time.
Woo, gets a little dizzy actually.
So take a little breather, and then she's going to do a couple faster ones just so you get the idea quick.
Yeah, because it's a little bit easier to go faster, but because you guys are learning and you really want to get the technique down, you should really try to do it slow first. Because like she was saying, a lot of people tend to turn around. So remember, you stay facing the same way the whole time. You land, put it back. It's almost kind of like it comes through like a
passe, yeah.
Stepping
And it's
back.
not, because then a lot of you will get a little step, which ends up making it just almost like speed cartwheels, which it's not. It needs to literally go da 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 like a wheel. All right? We'll try a couple quick ones. Go. Go. There you go. She almost stepped back too far, which made her even go backwards, which is even too much of a step through.
Yeah.
So
we try those again.
Yeah. There you go. Right there. That's nice.
But what really does get me dizzy?
And it's not something you can spot like a pirouette, so you're just kind of like, woo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's a cartwheel. You can also do spotting walkovers. So do you want to do front or back first? Okay, so front, it's the same technique, it's the same concept. You come up from your walkover and you step back as far as you can and put your hands down. This one you really kind of can hop and it gets fun because you like really almost jump on your hands. But to start very slow so you get the proper technique happening. Okay? So arms come up, step back. It's hard to go slow, right? Through and up, step back.
It is really hard to go slow.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go slow, but okay. So here.
Right. So you go back to that nice lunge, so you step back and hands down. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, dizzy.
Right.
Oh.
Don't forget, Sid's a little older. She doesn't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was perfect. That was slow enough. That was good. So then when those get quick, you can almost jump on your hands, and they really end up looking like circus tricks. Really, they're actually very cool thing. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna get out of this. So then you like jump back and jump, jump. Right. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god.
A little dizzying, but you get the hit.
You guys probably will not get as dizzy as me, but. Ooh. Okay.
All right. So now my miss is getting her bearings. I'll talk about it. The back walk over, same thing. Land on one foot, come up, you're stepping through and going back. Don't do these as fast as you think you can because you will end up on your back. Yeah. Okay. You can at some point end up doing a swing through back handspring, which are very cool.
Don't try that.
Not quite there yet.
Yeah. They're scary.
If you have your back handspring and you want to try, be my guess, but I would just go with the one swing through.
If you really have your back hand,
Yes.
and you're very confident with it, because these are kind of scary. The spotting, the swing through back handsprings, I'm scared of those.
Yeah,
I
this
won't
is
do those.
Sid's sit trick that's her nemesis. She'll do
Yeah.
a standing back, she'll do full, she'll do whatever. The swing through for some reason
I will
is
not.
her nemesis. Mine was a toe rise back bend.
Yeah.
I would jump off of anything, not do a toe rise back bend. I don't know why. So we each have our own trick that we're a little,
Yeah.
with. That's it. So let's try the back walkover. So back walkover, step down, step through. This is probably the easiest spotting trick there is. And then through. Right. Right. So
And
that's pretty simple.
When you come through, it's like continuous, so you don't want to like stop and then go.
So the thing is here, when this comes through, this foot does not stop here and do a back walkover. It continues into your back walkover. So you can't stop. You can't do back walkover, step through, touch, back walkover, step through, touch.
Yeah.
It literally has to just come through and right up into your next trick. Boom, down, step, doesn't touch. Right. Yes.
And like their arms up and pretty.
And no groaning.
Yeah.
All right, so those are your 3 spotting, 4 if you're willing to try your back handspring. Also, let's try some splice tricks. So, I'm going to try with the cartwheel first. So cartwheel splice. If you are a right side cartwheel, you're going to end up in a left side split. If that is not your best choice, I would do your bad side cartwheel and land in your good split, because your split doesn't land super gently in a splice. It pretty much lands flat in the split. So if your right leg is better at your split, I would do your left cartwheel. So cartwheel. Now the trick to a splice, and I probably can't slow you down, is you lift one arm and your leg has to pass your hand so your bum lands close to where your other hand was. It's not a cartwheel, put your foot down and slide into a split. Completely different trick. So you do your cartwheel. How slow can you do this?
I'll try.
Swing, yes, yeah, there we go. See, so see how it lands in the split. So if you don't want to end up doing your bad side split, do your bad side cartwheel. So that was probably as slow as you could possibly do.
Probably. I'll try one more slow.
So from the handstand, your legs continue to twirl like a helicopter. They spin and land. Yes, so you pick up your front hand and your leg and bum take the place of where your hand was. And then you land in your split. Try to keep that back leg straight because you don't want to come down with it bent. That's a tricky thing.
Yeah, I'll do that one more.
Okay, so legs stay straight, swing. Yeah, that, see, that was it. that's a slice. If you do that on the floor, you need to make sure everything's right because that really, I remember doing these when I was a kid off a back handspring and my knee had like a permanent bruise.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It hurt my knee a little bit right there, just because I haven't done these in a long time. So I wasn't really expecting it to get bounced.
Yeah, so really, really be cautious of staying pulled up in those arms. All right, we're gonna do it off a back walkover. Same concept. This one you really, when we talk about doing that pulling up and landing, you really have to do that because you have to give your leg room to get through. A cartwheel you can almost tilt a little bit. This one you have to give your leg a little more room, so you have to lift your hand and get that leg through.
And maybe do these in a room where there's not a lot of like decorations or
Because
like
you're gonna rattle.
yeah, because you are gonna come down and
Yeah, hopefully you have a mat of some sort.
Carpet at least.
Yeah.
Or you can do it outside if it's nice out.
It's nice, yeah.
Okay. I tried this before. Didn't go very well, so.
So you lift your front arm. Yes. See, so that was right. You just want to make sure you get your bum as close to replacing your hand as you can.
Yeah.
Simple. Okay, not simple. Simple concept, not simple trick.
Yeah.
Okay, try one more. So you lift, pull.
So that's what you don't want to do.
Yeah. So what she didn't do, and I don't think you realize, is you didn't pull
Yeah.
those hips under. If you watch that one slow, you can see she just stayed arched, which kept her leg close to the ground. You need to lift your hips up so you give your foot some leeway. Now pull up in your shoulders. Up. Yeah. See, when you lift up, you give your foot room. When you don't, because your arm is definitely shorter than your leg.
Yeah.
So you really need to like lift up in that shoulder and those hips to get that foot. It will not go straight through. It does come around.
Mm-hmm.
So that extra lift will help you land in that split and not foot down slide to your split.
Yeah.
And the front walkover technically really isn't a splice. It's a split through. You can practice it landing on your toe first, but what you really want to do is tuck your toe under. Mm-hmm. So almost like when you do chest rolls in a row, you tuck your toe under and do a split from there.
Those ones are the easiest.
Yes, definitely the easiest. So you don't want to land and slide your foot. Tuck, finish.
Yeah. And you really like Heidi said, you can start with your toe like that, but if you try to do that, you're gonna like break your toes.
Yeah, you'll land on your knee a little bit harder that way, but it will slow you down just to get the idea. Once you're brave enough, you want to stay pulled up in those shoulders so that your leg will tuck under. Because what you really don't want to do is like tuck and land on your knee and then slide. Can you do that?
This is what you do, I think. So
you can still tuck your toe,
but just go forward, not
like land on your knee and go forward. So you don't want to just like go to your knee and then slide into your split.
Because I moved forward. Really, I should be like.
You want to try to cut it under and through as much as you can.
Yeah.
Want to try one more?
Yeah.
So you want to try to get that foot past your hands as far as you can. Oh, whoop. That's what's going to happen probably a couple times until you figure that out.
Yeah.
So also that front leg, if you slow it down, if it comes down so fast, that's what happened at that time, is it actually stopped you. And she could have slid to the split, but it wouldn't look the same as that nice smooth.
I feel like I don't have really, don't you kind of have like a little bit of archy back?
Yeah, I mean, the archy you are, the easier this will be because your foot can get closer, but you don't need an archy back to do it.
Yeah.
But the closer you try to get that foot to your hand, the easier it will be for you.
And yes, it would be easier if I had a spot, but we're trying to social
Trying to
distance.
keep our distance. So. Good luck. There you go. Right.
Yeah, that's better, but those ones, they're definitely like easier to figure out how to get into it, but then like tweaking it so that you really are going forward and backward instead of just forward.
Not just land and slide.
Yeah. So
good. All right, that gives you a few more things to work on. Keep going back and reviewing what we've already done in the last videos.
Practice your dance.
Hopefully, when you come back, you have some brand new tricks that we can put into our dance. Love you guys. Miss you. Bye.